welcome back to the Makers Gonna Learn YouTube channel.
Hello.
How are you guys today? It is just me here and Sadie behind the camera. She's gonna be, she is mic'd up and she's gonna be co-hosting kind of old school style. But today's project, y'all, is the first project in the new year. Happy 2026. I hope you all have had a great first half of your year. I guess we're officially in the first week.
That's crazy.
We've had our first week of 2026.
Wow.
So because of that, everyone is in, I feel like the new year brings new beginnings, fresh starts. So why not go back to the basics? We'll get a fresh start, and we're gonna be making some labels today.
They're so cute.
I was holding up one that didn't have it on there. We're gonna be making some labels today, guys. So even if you are a seasoned Cricut user or a brand new Cricut user, you are going to be learning some really good skills today and maybe get a little bit of an idea of what you can do to maybe tidy up your little pantry space, your spices, whatever. I do have quite a few different ones here on the table. So the ones that we're gonna be doing today are these canisters, and we are gonna be doing these little, like a little spice jar. But I do have some other ones here on the table so that you can kind of get an idea. This is another label that we have created. Let's just go ahead and go overhead so that we can see this together. So this is one that we have done before. This is a file on the Makers Gonna Learn website that you can actually do print and cut. I brought it out here just so that you all could have an idea of some other labels that you could make, but this is one, and I'll show you where you can find that. This is what we are going to be making today, coffee beans, and then we have a coffee beans here on the lid, and then here is the garlic powder, paprika, and then I'm also going to show you how we can do this curved effect on our text. So Michelle asked, can you do labels for bags? I make bandana, and I'm assuming you make bandana bags and would love to do a label. You can do labels for bags, you just are not going to use adhesive vinyl, and if any kind of fabric, you're gonna have to use heat transfer vinyl. So let's just go ahead, since we're overhead, let's just go ahead and start out by talking about all of our supplies. And before, whoops, I just threw that right on those glass stuff. Before we do that, I am gonna bring out our new glass board.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's gonna try. This is what we were afraid of. We were afraid of being able to see the reflection on this, but look, we'll just set this right here. Can y'all see the camera reflection? Anyway, so what you are going to need for today's project is some type of spice jars. These are actually linked down below for you. Let me pull out the box that they came in just a second. Oh, Lordy day. Okay, here is the box that actually these jars came in. The spice jars came with in a different box that we put them all in here. One cool thing about what we have linked, those spice jars came with a little silicone funnel, so that it made it easy for you to fill those up, which I thought was so very smart.
That's clever.
I know. They also did come with these labels. We're not using these labels. We're making our own labels.
Yeah.
But most links are not working. Okay.
I have them fixing them. They're working on it.
So our team is fixing the links for you guys. The other one, so the jars came in 4. It came in a pack of 4. So you have 2 of these larger sizes, and then you have 2 of the smaller sizes here. These are great for things if you're putting them on your counter. I think these are so cute and can be very tailored to your style or whatever, however you've decorated your kitchen. But these they also look really good just in pantries, like kind of tucked away in pantries, making your pantry look super nice. We have everything in our pantry in glass containers just to get it out of the plastic so that it doesn't.
I need to do that. I really want those little spice jars because I have a really cute spice rack, but I have the original bottles. So they're ugly.
what kind of spices do we need to do for you, Sadie? Since we already have garlic and paprika.
Oh my gosh.
We could do, I mean, maybe a salt and the pepper. What's your other most onion powder? Or do you have salt and pepper shakers?
I use Italian and onion powder.
Okay, so we'll do Italian and onion powder for this one. Italian season and onion powder.
Amazing.
And then we'll do another one of these today so I can show you all how to do this. Let me get this out. Y'all.
She's stuck. Oh my.
I got her out though. So we'll do this larger one today. Other than that, what you are going to need, other than the blanks that you have, what you are going to need is some type of adhesive vinyl. This is also a really, really great one that you can use the scrap pieces. You don't have to go out and buy brand new vinyl for this. You can use scrap pieces of vinyl. You can see here we have scrap pieces on the table. That's what we're going to be using. And then other than that, you are going to need some type of mat. We just have a standard grip mat here. And then you are going to need your favorite transfer tape. Now, our favorite transfer tape is going to be the Caesar brand. It's my favorite. It has not historically been Tanner's favorite though. I think I have brought him over to the Caesar side. He also really likes masking tape, transfer tape. That's another good option. It's a little bit more cost effective, but we do love our transfer tape. So those are all the supplies, pretty basic supplies today. Now, if we'll go back to one, we need to turn the ads off.
Not the ads.
So sorry, guys.
Bro.
We forgot to turn those off before we started. We will get those ads turned off immediately, and I will fix my mic because I know y'all gonna say something about it because I can see it. There we go. Okay, now, before we dive into the class, one thing that I do want to make sure you all know, this is something that Tanner has just recently decided to do, and we've not really been talking about it. So, we are having an in-person event, January the 21st and the 22nd. Now, originally, this was just for our passive earners plus the people who are in the coaching program, like a little gathering of the minds for people who are in the program. But because we have been working so hard on some of these new classes that I think you all are going to love, we have decided we are officially going to release virtual tickets to Passive Earner Summit happening January the 21st and the 22nd. So if you want to get in on all of the learning, everything that we're going to be teaching at this conference, you can do so, and you can join us virtually.
Yay.
For only $47. Sadie has dropped that link. So if you want to join us, you can click on that link, go ahead and grab your virtual ticket. I'm telling you, there is going to be so many good things happening at this conference. I'm super, super excited about it. So many new classes that we're going to be teaching. Ashley is teaching. I don't know if you have heard Tanner talk about Miss Edie Wadsworth. She is going to be speaking. She is phenomenal.
Amazing.
Such an amazing, inspirational woman that has an amazing program herself, but she's going to be speaking to all of our attendees as well. We have all of our passive earners coaches that are coming in. It's just going to be a jam-packed 2 days full of learning. So if you want to learn as well, we would love to see you we would love for you to grab your virtual ticket. Once again, it is the pinned comment at the top. So if you want to join us, go ahead and click that link and get your ticket.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, we are ready to just go ahead and dive right in and start crafting.
Let's do it.
So let's go ahead and hop over to our share screen. Here is what we have kind of already put together what we cut out and put on our containers. So I'm going to show you exactly how we are going to get this.
Yay!
Tony asked the hours for Summit are, so we are going from 9 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. I think it's 9 to 4 or 9 to 5 on Wednesday, and then it's 9 to like 3 the next day, 3:30. Those are the hours. You will get a 7-day replay if you get the Passive Earner Summit virtual ticket. So if you can't join us during those times, you can watch the replays. But just so you know, it is 9 to 5. We'll just say 9 to 5 on Wednesday, 9 to around 3:30 on Thursday. So here is where we were at. We'll go back to our project that we're doing today. And we only have one Maker's Gonna Learn font that we actually have to grab before we start creating. So I'm gonna hop over to the Maker's Gonna Learn website. First of all, I'm going to sign in. Let's get signed in here.
Oh my gosh, Chris opened an Etsy shop today.
What?
That's so exciting.
That is very, very exciting. And honestly, don't have to have listings. Be proud of yourself.
Yes.
Pat yourself on the back for opening it up, because a lot of times that is what holds people back. Just the fear of going through the process and opening up a shop holds so many people back. Mm-hmm. It held me back for a long time. I still don't have, I opened it, but I still don't have. I'm just telling you, we're proud of you for opening it up. I'm very proud of you. So the font that we are going to be using today is Hollis. Now that does not mean you have to use Hollis. We have so many really good fonts here. Sadie, did you know you had a font now?
I have been waiting for this day for 4 years.
I still don't have one.
What?
I still don't have a font. Yeah, that's right. Lauren still doesn't have a font. When you search Lauren, there is no font. But Sadie's got a font.
We have to change this.
Sorry, no fonts matched your criteria.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. So now Sadie has a font.
I'm so happy about that.
Now I kind of want to use the Sadie font for your... It's a really cute little font.
It's cute.
It's a cute little font. So there are plenty of fonts for you to choose from on our website. But like I said, the one that we are going to be using today is Hollis. So we can come up here and search. Now, one other thing about the Maker's Gonna Learn website, if you've not been on, if this is your first live, if you don't know about us, we are a crafting membership site where we bring you thousands of cut files and hundreds of fonts. and
cut files.
Cut files.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite things is the fact that you can preview the text. So we're going to be doing Italian seasoning today.
Yay.
And we can preview what it looks like.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hollis. We're going to see what it looks like in Hollis. Now, if you just got your Cricut and you want to go all in learning about your Cricut, Maker's Gonna Learn is the place to be.
Yeah.
Do we have a link for a trial by chance?
Let me take a look.
If we do, I'm going to have Sadie drop that. But in the meantime, to download a font from our website, you are going to click this little arrow pointing down, and then you're going to come up here and you are going to double click that and install that onto your computer.
I love this font.
I know, I do too.
It's beautiful.
This font has already been installed on our computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hop back over to Cricut Design Space. Now, when it comes to designing, I'm just going to scroll over so we have this over here. When it comes to designing or sizing our words properly, we must always make sure that we measure the area that we were putting this on. So first thing we are going to do is we are going to bring in one of our spice seasonings, or one of our spice jars, and I'm going to measure the area that kind of like the flat area that I have here to put this on. So we're looking at like 1.25 inches. So that's going to be our width. And then our height is going to be, we'll go 3 inches on our height. So back over into Design Space. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in a shape. And I'm going to come up here and unlock the size aspect ratio up here at the top. Remember, our width was 1.25, 1.25, and our height was 3. So this is the general area that we need to make sure our words fit inside. So I'm just going to turn that a gray so that we can see it when I put like the black text over it. The next thing that we are doing back overhead is we have this on the top. That way, if your spices are like in a drawer, you can see it from the top, or if they are sitting like right side up, you can see it on the side. So we kind of put it both. You don't have to, but I want to make sure that you all know exactly how to do all of this. So we need to get the measurements of the top of our lid. And it looks to be about 1 3/4. Make sure when you are measuring a circle, make sure you go to the widest part. So yeah, we're sitting at like 1 3/4. So let's go back to Design Space, and this time we're going to grab us a little circle. Now we do need to keep the size aspect ratio locked for this one because we don't want to create an oval. And we're just going to come in here and type in 1.75, which is equivalent to 1 3/4. And now we have the side and the top of our spice jar. Now the next one that we will do is, once again, we are getting our measurements for our canisters. So this time, I think I want to make sure I don't go over the curved edges. So I want to make sure it's on the flattest part. If this is you and I would not measure to these curves. How I would do this is kind of find that flattest portion, place that there, and then just kind of go over to, I'd say like, honestly, 2.5, maybe 2 3/4 is what we can design in. It's not very much before it kind of starts curving. So let's go with, let's go with around 2 3/4. So we have 2 3/4 by, we'll just go 5.5. 2 3/4 by 5.5. Back over in Design Space. This one we are going to unlock the size aspect ratio. So we had our width was 2 3/4 by 5.5. And then our lid is 4 by 4. Beautiful. So now once again, we're just going to, and I might even grab a little guy with some rounded edges, and we're just going to keep that locked because we said it was 4 by 4, and that is going to represent our lid. Honestly, that lid size looks really big compared to that size, but it's just where those corners are so rounded. So now we are going to start the design process. I'm going to turn all of these gray real quick so they're all the same. Boop, and we can see. Now, I think I'm going to start out by doing the spice jars just because they're a little bit easier. It's not, really the skill with this is learning how to curve your text within here. With our actual canister, we're going to be using slice and exclude and some other things and some other things to create that kind of double circle. But we'll start with our spice jar here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a text box From there, I'm gonna come up here and we are changing it. So if you have downloaded a font, let's say from the Makers Gonna Learn website, it's not gonna show up under your Cricut fonts. You actually have to go over to your system fonts, and that is where we are going to type in Hollis and choose this font. So now we're gonna type in what we want. So we're gonna do Italian, and I do, ooh, I think I like it all in caps. Let's try caps lock. Italian.
Beautiful.
Love. I am going to rotate this 90 degrees. Nope, I'm gonna rotate this 180. Nope, I'm gonna rotate this 270. That's where I want to do it. 270. And obviously that is way too big. So what we need to do is we just need to size this down to fit onto our spice thing. Now, the actual font size, let's make sure. So this one is 42.57. So I'm curious to see, okay, so I can actually go a little bit smaller than this. Yeah, I like that one. Now you don't have to leave it rotated. I just like to rotate it so I can visually see what it's going to look like. Now, another thing that you could do, so let's say we duplicate this, because we're doing Italian seasoning and like onion powder. So I've just duplicated that, and I'm just gonna type in onion here. And then I might actually make this one just a little bit bigger. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate that onion word. I'm gonna make it smaller, and I'm gonna turn this, I'm gonna make this word powder.
Wow. Look at that.
I didn't mean to do that, hold on.
Powder.
Powder.
Fancy.
Mordeur. Okay, there it is.
Wow.
But do you see how I really like how that looks?
It looks really good. Yeah.
Yeah, boy cowboy.
It's so professional.
I know. I know. So, what if you do it this way? So let's say you do onion powder or Italian seasoning. I'll probably just leave the Italian as just Italian, because I think we all know that that means Italian seasoning.
Yeah.
But I do like the onion powder. I do also feel like we might need to do some line spacing on this. Do you all see how that W and the D are like touching? Let's see if we can do, not line spacing, we need to do some letter spacing. It's that W and that D. So if this is the case and you don't like this, kind of like how I'm not a fan of this, here's another skill that you can learn today if you are brand new to Cricut. So you can up your the spacing between your letters up here by clicking this arrow up, right? Or down. You see how we did that? Now, if you're still not vibing with it, because I feel like the P and the O are way too far apart compared to the O and the W. So what you can do is come over here to Advanced, ungroup to Letters. Now we have all of these letters are ungrouped. They are individual letters, and now I can use my keyboard to hit the up and down. What just happened?
What?
The D just moved. Okay. And selecting from my layers panel, I'm just bringing these letters in a little bit closer together, but still spacing them out. Like this W could maybe go up one more. Oh, but then the D. Okay, I like that. Same thing with the onion. I don't like how the O and the N are touching. It is not, that's not for me, so I'm gonna go to Advanced, ungroup to Letters. I'm going to start with the N at the end, and I'm just going to space that out just a tad bit. I think I'm gonna leave the O where it's at, move the I a little bit closer, and then move this N over just a little bit. And to me, that just looks better. That just looks a lot better. So anyway, after you have done that, you can then get rid of your square because we were only using that as a guide. So we can get rid of this square. If you did ungroup to letters, you must always come back in, select everything, come down here to combine, and unite them back together. So now this is all one layer. It's going to be cut out exactly where it's at. And that one is ready to go. If you want to, we can rotate this one back to where you can see it and read it better. Totally possible. And I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean, no, I don't want to. I just want to rotate it back to here. That's why I like typing in how much I want to rotate something. Italian, I think, is great. We're just going to pop that back to 0. I don't think I need to be moving any of those letters. Somebody said we needed to move powder over, and honestly, y'all, I think I agree with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select all the words for powder, and I'm just going to pop that over and kind of line it up a little bit better with that O. So much better.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. So now we have the side portion of our spice jars done. So we no longer need this, but now we need to create our curved text here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just actually going to duplicate this Italian here. I am going to size it down quite a bit because it is going on the top of this jar. And what we're going to do now is I like to line up kind of like my middle portion to where I want the curve to be, and that's just going to make it a lot easier for me when I go to curve it to know when to stop. So now what we're going to do is up here on our top panel where it says curve. Now if you have updated Design Space, we have not updated Design Space, and honestly we probably should, but I can't stand the thoughts of updating. Because everything is hidden. So if for some reason you are not seeing curve, there should be like a button that says more, or you can expand this. Anyway, we're looking for curve, and we are just going to curve this down to fit inside our circle here. Now, if you still don't like it, you can size it down. If you do size it down, you do need to come back up here and fix that curve and just kind of uncurve it a little bit. But I think I like that one.
Cute.
I think that one's good. And now we have to do onion powder. So I'm just going to duplicate the Italian. Excuse me, guys. Let me go back and move this over here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type in onion powder.
Oh, it's so curvy.
Oh, it's very curvy. I wonder if we can, let's do our letter spacing together instead of apart. It's like that D and that W
They're
are
social distancing.
They are social distancing hardcore. Now this is one that is a little bit trickier if you do ungroup to letters, okay? That's the only thing. If you ungroup to letters on this one, just know that you are going to have to manipulate and kind of move these around. It is doable. I'm not going to do it today. We're going to be good with that, and we're just going to move on to the next because we have quite a few other things to design before we are ready to cut. So I'm going to bring in my guides that I have made for the canisters now. And we will start with our canister, the front design. That's the circle, kind of like the double layer circle. And we'll go from there. So, okay. So we do have a couple people that are in the chat saying, don't do it, I hate the update. But we also have people that are saying they have updated and they've gotten used to the change.
Okay.
So, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I still think I'm gonna hold out a little bit. Anyway, so what we're gonna do to create this double layered circle effect is I'm going to bring in a circle. Imagine that.
Wow.
Imagine that. And we are going to size it according to the area that we are working with here. Now, I don't want to go, I want to make sure, I don't want to go like super large with this, but I do want to make sure, okay, so I actually want a little bit bigger than what she had. So we may go down just a little bit because I do like the size that she's got. Either way, once you have your first circle, what we're gonna do, I'm just changing this to white so that I can see it better. I'm gonna duplicate that circle. I'm going to size it down just a tad. I'm going to select both circles, come up here to align, and we are going to center them perfectly, okay? So let's make this second circle like a gray layer, okay? And now I'm going to duplicate that layer and we're gonna make it just a little bit smaller here. Or actually, let's make this bottom circle black so that it represents what it's going to look like. And then this circle also needs to be black, like this. And now what we can do is we can select all three circles, come up here to, I can align them all, or can I? Yeah, I can. Okay, we're going to center all three of them together. So this is what it's going to look like, but we do have to do a couple things first because as of right now, if we were to move that, it's giving you the illusion that there is nothing in between these two black circles, but that's just because I made it the same color as our background. So what we are going to do now to make this gray area just one that is completely gone, see-through, we are going to, excuse me guys, select our bottom circle. Then we are going to hold the shift key down, not touching anything here on the screen. We are working from our layers panel. So we are going to select our bottom black circle, holding that shift key down, we are going to select that gray circle as well. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here and we are going to hit slice. Now what that's going to do is it's going to give you 3 slice results here. We want to get rid of this slice result and then that gray slice result. And now you can see that this layer in between those 2 circles is completely see-through, and we will be able to kind of have that double circle effect go overhead so they can see. So this is what we are creating. We're creating this kind of like outer ring for this circle.
Love it.
Love.
Cute.
Now, next what we're going to do is we are going to put the words of what we want. So I do need to grab another text box. We are still using Hollis so that it all matches, and let me change the text to white so that we can see it here. And now, what are we going to make this? We'll just do sugar. Sugar. Sugar, sugar, sugar.
You should make a flower one. Hint, hint.
Flower.
Where did that come from? Did you hear that?
What? I didn't hear that. What are you talking about? So we're gonna make a flour one instead of a sugar one.
Perfect. I love that.
And we are going to center this as well. So without moving everything, there's a couple ways that you can do this. So we can select all 3 of these layers. You can see that we have the inner circle, the outer circle, and the word flower. And coming up here to align, we can just hit center on that. Now, the reason that I'm not pulling those two circles together just yet. And the reason that I'm not uniting them just yet is because we do have to do a little something to this word flower, to that inner circle. So what I'm going to do, I'm not doing that. I'm going to have to get rid of all of those here in a minute. I'm selecting that inner circle, and then I'm going to find flower on my layers panel here. So we have the 2 layers selected, this solid black circle and the word flower. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to combine, and I'm just going to hit exclude. And now you can see that we can see all the way to the canvas on the word flower as well. Yay. Now, the last thing we need to do is select both of these and come down here to combine and unite them together. Boom. And that's it.
Yo.
Now, if you wanted to do the word flower on top of the, if you wanted to do the word flower on top of the
lid?
Thank you for that. I'm just gonna go back in to where I hit exclude. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So right here, well, I have to ununite this. I shouldn't have done that. Actually, let's go back. So let's go back before we, yes, okay. This was before we did the exclude. I went all the way back. I'm gonna just duplicate that word flower so that it's here. Now I'm going to select this flower and this circle. Once again, coming back down here to combine, we're gonna exclude. Then we're gonna select all of these, combine, unite them back together. And now we have kind of the same thing. Now, I will say if you want to make smaller words, if the font that you choose is too thin, one little thing you can do to make the font thicker is coming up here to your offset, and you can add an offset to this text if you want to make it thicker, but it's not necessary. I think this Hollis font is pretty well thick enough. But yeah, now we can get rid of all of our little guides that we have created, and I am also going to get rid of these as well. And we are ready to cut our designs out to put onto our spice jars. So we're gonna go to Make It. We are doing this with a mat. What is that? Did I say without mat? I meant to say with mat. Did I say
what even was that?
On the mat. I clicked without mat. It should be on mat. I did the wrong thing. Okay, so now we have coffee. I don't need these. That's okay. This is the one that I need. Flower, Italian, Italian. We're just going to space these out just a little bit so that I have a little bit more room to kind of weed things and they're not so cramped. So we need a piece of vinyl that is 3 inches. So we can just, I'm gonna move these glass pieces off the table because if you all have been here for a while, you know, I sometimes break glasses. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. I would like to know, is there anyone here that did watch me break that cup on New Year's? How many years ago was that now?
2
years ago?
I think 2 years.
Okay, so I'm just braying this down. I'm braying this down first because I like cutting my material on the mat. Definitely something you do kind of need to be a little bit careful if you are new to Cricut. Cutting on the mat is a very good skill to have, but also one that you do have to be careful so that you don't cut your mat. You just have to find the right feel for the pressure to use. But I personally love cutting my material on the mat when it works, right? There we go. I'm also trying not to get my big fat head in the shot. There we go. And now we are ready to send this to our Cricut. Jan was there. I sure do remember Jan being there. Donna was there. I did turn several colors of red. I sure did. Now we're just going to go to continue. We're going to have to try again to connect to our Maker 4 because I accidentally unplugged it. We are cutting this on premium vinyl removable mat. You only need...
I'll have to move that spinner.
Y'all want me to spin the wheel today? Don't tell Tanner.
Giveaway time.
Don't tell Tanner. No, Tanner would know. Tanner would know. He knows I like to give stuff away. Especially if it ain't my money. I'm just kidding, guys. We love it. So we're just sending this through our Cricut. Tamara says, what happens on New Year's Eve Live stays on New Year's Eve Live. I don't know. It's still on the internet.
Oh, gosh.
It's still on the internet. And they do say the internet is forever.
That's true. That is true.
Yes, Donna says, it still wasn't as big of a disaster as when Tanner spilled the entire can of stain.
I was not there for that.
I was not even working here at that point. Now, I was working here when he spilled the polyacrylic.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yes, but he did also spill almost an entire thing of stain. Yeah.
On that table?
On this table.
How did it come off?
Girl, that's a good thing. That's the good old quartz countertops.
Oh
marble, it's not marble. I think it's quartz.
I would actually like break down and cry on the live stream. It would be game over for me.
Also, yes, Tanner does like to give stuff away too. I'm not saying that he doesn't.
He's so generous.
While we're talking about mishaps.
Oh no.
My favorite mishap ever that's ever happened, and I know it's probably Sadie's too, was when I almost caught the studio on fire.
Oh my gosh. And then you posted on TikTok and it pretty much went viral.
I know. In case you guys, Jen said I missed both spills. Well, everyone missed that me
I
catching
wish you were on a live stream when that convection oven caught on fire.
I honestly wish that I would have been on a live stream as well. Like, that would have been hilarious.
But you were so chill. You were like,
girl, if that doesn't show you how I am under pressure, then I don't know what else does.
You just had a solid blank face the whole time.
I black out when I'm under pressure, and I just do whatever comes to mind. I truly just
Honestly,
black out.
That's a skill set, so good for you.
I don't know, because I then look back at some of the times that I have been through some traumatic experience and blackout, and I just don't remember anything.
Oh, gosh.
So.
Does your therapist know about this?
That I black out? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're also going to use this fancy dancy magnet board, and I'm going to weed on this magnet board. Oh.
I'm going to see what it's all about.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. See, you still see that. Well, y'all are just going to have to see the camera. I reckon you know we have a camera overhead. I mean, I would hope. So we are going to weed out our design, and I'm going to, once again, try to keep my big fat head out of the way. Hold that bad boy down. Oh, no. Okay. Another thing, if you are working with permanent vinyl or regular vinyl, whatever you want to call it, sometimes it's better to burnish it down before trying to weed it out, because the Cricut will agitate this vinyl and it will be kind of hard to weed, can be. Also, something else I have learned is if you are weeding like little letters, before you try to pull it just completely out, I like to come in here and just loosen up some of these places like inside the letters. Oh, Lord. This is going to be a pain, isn't it? Well, we might just do one of these on the live. Maybe this would have been a good representation of how we coulda, shoulda, woulda added an offset. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This is not cut to as what I think it, how I think it should be cut. What is going on? Y'all, devil's playing with the church's money. Today. Sure is. Either that or he's playing with my nerves. Or both. Because we're about to lose that in. Okay. We're gonna change directions here for just a second. We're gonna put this guy up here. We're just gonna separate all of these out. Achoo! Whoop, sorry.
God bless.
I normally don't sneeze like that, guys, but if I sneeze my normal way, there's gonna be snot go everywhere. So, yeah, Deborah, letters do give me a headache too. So, we're gonna do this one first because, you know, it's just easier.
I need to repost that reel of you weeding the tiniest letters I've ever seen in my life. It's prone to give you anxiety if you watch it. So.
Dude, this Cricut,
it's
not even, I don't know what has been up here recently. Have they changed their settings? We have had such a hard time, like, just cutting regular vinyl here recently. Dude. Do y'all see how this is pulling?
Maybe
I want y'all to see
I won't
this.
Have a cute kitchen after all.
Can you all see how that's?
It's not weeding like butter.
It's not, and it's about to give me anxiety. Like that should have, anyway. Anywhoosier.
That's not normal at all.
What about reverse weeding? It's just been so long since I've reverse weeded that I don't know if I trust myself. To be honest, Tony, I just don't know if I trust myself. I would do something wrong. Ooh. Yeah, I could recut this with more pressure for sure.
It's a stink bug.
Stink bug. Ugh. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I think we're going to go back. We're going to go back. Go back to where you were. So we're going to go back here. We're going to place this down. We're going to cut another piece off. And we're going to cut it again with more pressure. And I'm also going to check the pressure settings, I think. Beautiful. I don't think I need a new blade. I don't know. Okay. Premium vinyl removable mat. Blah, 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 blah. Let me go back here. Let's browse on material. I want to look at the material settings. Premium vinyl removable mat. 121. Oh, goodness. Huh. We'll just do more pressure. Okay. More pressure. Putting this in here. Does anyone have any questions about anything? Donna, I don't know that I had to buy these magnets separate for the glass board.
Yeah.
So if you got magnets with yours, pop off, Queen.
You were blessed and highly
favored. I had to buy these magnets. While that is, I still think that I may be a little bit ambitious with the weeding of this one. Let's just try it. Yeah. I don't think that's happening. See? Did y'all see that? Hold on. Ooh. The inside of that O is connected to the O still.
Brother, ooh.
Ooh, brother, ooh. Okay. Well, it cut coffee beans and cocoa powder. Are you kidding me? Let's go back here. I'm telling y'all, devil's playing with the charges money.
He's also playing with my heart because he was supposed to go in my kitchen.
I know, girl. Okay, we do have room over here to put Italian at the bottom and even flour down here. It stopped at 1, so I can move it up to here and here. Okay, I think we can still make this work and just move these over. We could even move this one like here and here and here. Beautiful. Okay, we're still gonna cut this. I'm just really, really trying not to get frustrated. Okay, more pressure, premium vinyl, removable mat. Blooper day. Well, yeah, it is. The purpose of the glass tabletop, that is still a good question. So we'll go overhead. There is a purpose. So we just got this not too long ago. Ashley Falco is the one who turned us on to this. It is a glass cutting board. It is magnetic, so it has a magnet on the back of it. So the reason that I got this for our studio is because our table, you can see it's a well-loved table. We craft on it. It can be cleaned very easily. However, a lot of times what happens is things get lost on this white countertop. So we've had a lot of people that have said, bring in a different color so we can see it. So that's why I got this, and I also thought it would be easy to have something so we could magnet our stuff down. Now, if you have like a wooden table, this is going to be a great, it came from Glassboard Studio. You can see it here. We're not affiliated with them. We just bought this from them. So far, we are liking it. The only thing I don't like about it is the camera reflection, but that's strictly only because we're in here. Otherwise, I would adore it. These are great if you do a lot of painting. You can scrape up the paint off of it, especially if you have like a wooden craft table or a table that you don't want to mess up. These are great to have. I will say they're a little bit more on the expensive side. Like this one is a smaller one. This one is a 12 by 16. It did not come with the magnets. We did buy them separate. We did give one of these away though. I can't remember who we gave one away to, who won that. But that's what this is for. It's just a magnetic board that is easily cleaned. I didn't move onion over far enough, so you're not getting your onion powder. I'll recut it after the live. I'll recut it.
Not the onion.
Not the onion. Once again, I'll try to move my fat head out of the way. I think whoever said they're slowly forcing you to update, I think you're right. Because this ain't it, sis. Ain't it. Even with more pressure.
That's so weird.
It is very weird. See? It's just bringing up that end too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's like doing... Ugh.
So weird.
I'm trying not to, I just got to keep telling myself, don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. Everybody deals with stuff like this all the time, Lauren. Don't get frustrated.
Does it help you?
No, no, it don't. It really just kind of makes me even more mad. I mean, that was a simple cut, but it is still bringing it up. Do y'all see that?
That's actually insane. That never happens.
That never happens. That never happens.
This is Caesar. Not Caesar.
This is StarCraft.
That's so weird.
I guess I'll just run my weeding tool around it like this to try to get it up off the... It shouldn't be the vinyl either. The vinyl's not old.
No.
God, oh.
Well, the people love to watch us struggle because they feel like they could relate. So maybe this is the Lord working while you get hives.
I'm about to break out, guys.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Okay. Okay, well, finally got that done. Where's your pen? Right here. I got one right here. But it's still, I don't know that the pen. Oh, sorry, I keep moving my head in. Okay, that one was not bad. But I mean, it was a pretty simple, straightforward letter too. But so is the O, and it's not, it's trying to bring up the middle, and I need the middle to stay. Why did that corner come up like that? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna have to fix that too. That's not like down right. Okay. Sorry, guys. I can't talk. I'm doing surgery. If I can get one of these, we might just be putting one on there. If I can just get this flower weeded, that's what we're doing, guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but until I get this figured out, ain't no way I'm trying anything smaller than this. Until I can get figured out if it is the vinyl, if it is the Cricut, if I need to do an update. I guess I am going to break down and update this computer here in a minute. Because this should not be happening. No, that should not be happening at all. As a new Cricut owner, it's, yeah, Michelle, welcome to the Cricut world. It's not always gonna be perfect, but your projects will eventually be beautiful.
That was so hopeful.
Okay, we got that one done. We got that one done. Okay.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of myself. That was a time.
You're gonna need a cigarette after this one.
Girl, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Okay, wait just a minute. This one is still, I'm just curious. I'm just curious at this point. Let's see if we can take this one off the mat. And let's see how bad it is. This is the Italian one. Yeah, I don't even think that I can.
I was about to say, I'm surprised you're even trying. Lindsay is cracking me up.
Okay. Yeah. Not happening today. Sorry.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Felicia. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're just putting transfer tape on that, and we're going to put it on our thing.
A little jar.
On our jar. Mm-hmm.
Someone said, I'll have a cigarette for you. Thank you so much. You'll need it.
Girl.
She takes margs, too, if you have one of those.
What?
I said she takes margs, too, if you have one of those.
Yep. I'll take a good margarita. Actually, my favorite is a Paloma.
Oh.
If you've never had one, you must try one.
Never had one.
Specifically from the Mexican restaurant on the West End.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna burnish from the back.
Maybe it is the vinyl. What's happening?
Maybe it is the vinyl. Maybe it is the vinyl. Okay. If you have issues pulling off your vinyl from the backer onto your transfer tape, flip it over, burnish from the back, and then let it go with gravity, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this in here. I did remember, guys, we need to clean it with alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what with, but act like we're cleaning it with alcohol. I don't know where our paper towels went. So squeak, 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 squeak. Yeah, Taryn, I did not check the cup before removing it. You're right, I should have. And just act like I cleaned that with alcohol too. And we're just gonna lay this bad boy down.
Wow. Sometimes
the simplest projects truly just turn into the craziest lives.
Literally, this is just
literally
vinyl.
told Sadie, I said, this live won't take too long. We're just doing basics. It won't be whatever. Here we are.
This is literally the easiest project ever, too.
I know. But that's really cute once it's done.
It only took an hour.
It only took an hour to get this one thing done.
It's going to be so
beautiful. Yay, we did it.
Yippee.
Oh, we're a little bit delusional here. But your Cricut should cut your vinyl beautifully. Obviously, we are having issues. I need to update Design Space. I need to check my vinyl and make sure that it is not old. That can happen if you are a new Cricut user, just know your vinyl can get old. So if you don't plan on using a bunch of vinyl, like don't buy the huge rolls of vinyl if you are only gonna use vinyl like once every 2 or 3 months. Just go ahead and get the smaller sheets because like I said, vinyl can go bad. It does have a shelf life. So, yeah. We've done with, we were gonna do 4 things and we got 1 done.
Hey, you'll just take the same technique and just slap it on the next one.
That's right. You all are going to do the same thing. Now, I do want to tell you, because these words were tiny, let's go back to Design Space and let me show you, because I didn't go into detail on how you can add that offset to make your fonts thicker. So if you are running into the same issues that we are, because I didn't think it was thin, but there are some pretty thin little lines in this font. So let's go back to Design Space. We're gonna go to done. How do you check it to see if it's old? If it just stops working and not cutting well. So ours is probably old. I don't know.
Or not applying at all.
Yeah, not applying down very well. So if your words are tiny, tiny like these are, I would probably just go ahead and suggest that you do this, adding an offset to this to make that font just a little bit thicker. is going to help. So what we're gonna do is you select the word that you want to add that offset to. Come up here to the top where it says offset. Obviously we can't make it 0.25 because it's just a big old blob. So I like to start out when I'm adding an offset to little tiny words like this. I like to start off with 0.01 and seeing what that looks like. Why does that look off-centered? Anyway, add that, and now you can see you have Italian. Now, these letters are touching, so that offset is touching. Honestly, I think it's fine because the headache you're gonna have trying to weed this, letters touching, let's go with letters touching all day, every day, okay? So you can add like a 0.01 offset to make it a little bit thicker, and that is gonna make it a little bit easier on you to weed. Yes. Also, another fun fact, if you are having issues with weeding permanent vinyl, because, go back overhead, because these lids are wooden, you can actually add HTV to the tops of these. So if you like the looks of the super thin lettering, just cut it with HTV and get your Cricut Mini Easy Press and just add HTV to the top of that wood, because you can add HTV to wood, just in case you didn't know.
Yes.
So, I hope you guys have enjoyed today. I have enjoyed being here with you all, talking and laughing and cutting up with you all. I have not enjoyed trying to weed these letters. Can you all see my neck? I'm already a redneck. I'm already a redneck as it is, but now I'm really a redneck. So, anywho, yeah. I can't wait to see what you all create with this. Kathy says, can't find the offset with the update. Kathy, as soon as this live is over, your girl is just gonna go ahead and update Design Space. And so so next week on our live, I can show you exactly where it is. Cause I couldn't tell you right now where it's at on the new update either. I just couldn't. Because like I said, I have refused to update, but it is catching up to me. It's catching up to us. We're gonna have to do it. We're just gonna have to bite the bullet and go with it. So anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed today. I really do. I'm trying to, if you all have any questions, as always, and by the way, if you wanna go ahead and join us January the 21st and 22nd virtually, you can do so. Like I said, we are opening up virtual tickets for Passive Earners Summit. I do think Jan said earlier, I hope you still have the tickets next week. I'm pretty sure we will. I think we don't have a set number on tickets. Just go ahead and get your ticket before Tanner decides to no longer do virtual, if he decides to cut it off. So if you're wanting to wait till next week, I think you should be fine. But you do not want to miss the Passive Earner Summit. So it's been real, it's been fun, it's not been real fun.
I was about to say that. It's not been real fun though.
But it has been real fun being here with you guys. I love you all so much. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you've had a great day, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. We will see you all back here on the channel next Wednesday.